Hey, I'm April, and I talk about self discovery and personal development. And today I want to talk about deciding. I was driving today, and I was thinking about a couple of things. One in my personal life, one in my entrepreneurial life, and I kept what I noticed, what I noticed myself doing was I was just kicking around a bunch of ideas in my head. I'm just thinking about this and I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, oh no, oh yeah, oh my god, but wait a minute, but I could do that, but then what about this? And it was just this whole like alphabet soup of thoughts about whatever, right? And then something said to me, you have to decide. You're gonna have to make a decision, and you're going to have to be okay with what you decide, and you have to woman up about whatever you decide. But this kicking around ideas and all of this stuff, all of these random thoughts, it's not working, right? And two things I notice about not deciding: if you are in a place where you have not made a decision about, especially about the next steps on your journey, next steps with your self discovery and finding your purpose and kind of getting on a more meaningful and fulfilling path, you will notice that you're tired, right? Like it is draining not deciding, right? Just always in this place where it's just all of these ideas, all of this stuff, and you're not saying this is what I'm gonna do and this is what it is. That's it, right? And standing on that. And another thing that I notice is that it erodes your relationship, like it complicates your relationship with yourself, because it's the same thing as when other people or another person rather tells you they're gonna do something, or they say they're feeding you all of this information, or talking they talking some stuff, but they're not committing, right? They're not saying yeah or no, they're just talking. That is a lot of the time how we have relationships with ourselves, right? And we wonder why we attract people that's like that, because a lot of us, when we do encounter other people like that, we like, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with that person because I can't depend on them, right? They don't tell the truth. They talk a lot of things and they don't do a lot of things. And this is again the same relationship that we have with ourselves when we are stuck in a decision and not making decisions quickly. And I think that that is what we have to get better at. And I don't think it's better at making decisions perfectly, because that's what we want to do. We want to be able to decide that we're going to do something, and we want it to work 1,000% of the time. But the the issue is that we just have to make the decision and understand that it may be the trashiest decision we've ever made in our lives. It may not go well, and we have to understand and really trust that even if I decide to go in this direction and do it this way, that if it doesn't go at the way I wanted it to go, it's still going to be good for me, right? Like whether it goes the way I want it to, it's still gonna somehow it's going to be good for me. And when we go into it with that kind of attitude, we are able to make decisions and make them quicker, so that we can get to the next decision, because that's essentially what's going to happen. You're going to decide here, and you're going to move along, and then it's going to be another decision that you have to make, right? And this is over and over, and that's why I say getting better at making decisions quickly and having a mindset that I'm not making decisions to try. I'm going to try to make the best decision possible right now, and I want it to go well, but just in case it doesn't, I know I'm going to be okay. And I know I'm going to learn something at the least, right? And I can do hard things, right? Like if something go wrong, I think I'll be okay. So that is why it's important. I think that's why it's important to make decisions a little quicker, right? Than we're doing, because again, it's just for me, it's just been very exhausting, right? Just trying to consider every angle. Like I'm that person. I'm trying to think of all the things. I'm writing down all the risks. I got lists. I am watching every video. I'm reading every book. Like it gets ridiculous. And I thought that it was helping me, but again, I was just tired and I was just aggravated with myself, right? Just aggravated with the thought process because it felt like I was just going around and around and around the same thought. And so, yeah, just for your self discovery journey, for you to be able to move on and get closer to uh, mastering your craft, impacting the people that you're here to impact, uh, doing things that you've always wanted to do, living your dreams. You're gonna have to start making decisions a little bit faster and just trusting that on the other end of those decisions that you'll be fine, right? If it doesn't go the way that you thought it was gonna go, you'll still be fine. And that's all I have to say. Thank y'all. Talk to you later.